Well, let's continue with more layouts. Let's see. Let me show you. Go to design and containers. Okay. No, containers maybe not. Let me change the size of this. Okay. Layouts here. We have the linear layout, remember horizontal and vertical, frame layout, and table layout. Okay. So let me delete the code here. Okay. Well, we can change here the table layout. Okay. With save, and let me delete this. Okay, let's go to design and let me show you here. This is the table layout. Okay, what happened with the table layout? The table layout, it's maybe the fast way to work with rows and columns. Okay, that's a very familiar maybe when you work with spreadsheets, for example. Okay, because it's very easy. So in my opinion, you can use table layouts. Yeah, it's a good reference, but no, it's not always for everything. So let's see how we can use it, just to have all the information. Let me delete the orientation. Let me delete the gravity. Okay, and let's put here the stretch columns. For example, here I will put 1. Okay, so I will put 1, and let's add the elements here. Now let's put here table row. Why rows? Because remember, I need now to define the elements inside the table layout. Let's define the element here. Okay, and we can put whatever we want. For example, I will put a text view because it's the most common element here. Let's put the width and height. Okay, with grab content for now. No, well, let's skip this. And height, let's put a grab content. Okay, don't worry for now because I need to show you something. Let's put text. That's important for now. The text I will put element number 1. Okay, let's save. Let's go to the design. Here, this is the element. Okay, let's add a new one here, and let's see. You see, we have, let me show you. Actually, if you go to the bottom here, you see the element, the first one is here, but the second one is using all the rest of the space. So you need to learn more about the distribution, but don't worry because we can play with this. For example, I can add this table row. I copy that, and I am just change the number here. I will put 3 and 4. Okay, let's save. Let's go to design and see. We have the element 1, 3. Well, I need to change the number here and number 4. Let me change the number 2. Okay, let's go. You see, at the end, if you are using the row number 1, for example here, the width is grab content, the height is match parent. It's the same. Here is a different. Okay, you see. Let me change to grab content. Okay, to see something. Okay, yeah. Okay, and here in the second one, I need to change that. Okay, let me. If you see all the widths here, text view number 1, 2, 3, and 4, all of them is working with grab content in the property width. Okay, we are using that. So we are using that, but we have a different in the last element in each row. Why? Because at the end is a row. We need to use all the space here. Okay, obviously we need to understand when you are working with rows or columns or whatever, you need to think more about the definition. Okay, for example, in this case we have the stretch column here. Okay, we have match parent, that's correct. Obviously he's okay, and we need to define the elements. For example, I will add padding if we want, and I will put 5 dps. Okay, let's go to design. If you see, we have a padding here, the element. So you can play with the properties to put the elements wherever you want. Okay, actually, for example, we can play with gravity too. let me, no, not in this element. Let me use in the element number 2. I will put gravity. Okay, just gravity, no layout, gravity. Okay, gravity, and I will put, for example, right. Let's go to design, and well, if you see, we have the element now in the right position. Okay, so that's the thing. You can play with the elements, but the table layout is a easy way to put the elements in a different places. Thinking, you can think it's a just rows and columns like a table in a spreadsheet. Okay, or just a very easy way to put the elements. Obviously, when you want more complex interfaces, is complicated using table layout because it's not too flexible. Okay, that's the disadvantage in this case. Is you have more flexibility in constraint layout, for example, versus table layout. Okay, but well, it's working. You can play with them. Obviously, remember, we don't have a rule. You can do the same interface, I think, in 95% of the cases using only linear layout, only relative layout. But the good idea is you need to combine different layouts and containers to create your user interfaces.